What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Okay. Now, I want a whole new page. I want a whole new account because my phone got stolen. And my account had got hacked into and the password was changed, so I have no more access to that old account by the name of Yeshua and the Wrath of Mother. And you better believe that I was bringing it to him, serving it up on a platter. Okay? I gotta say, though, a lot of things have changed since the last video I recorded about 4 months ago. Okay? But I will not be getting into details about what has changed. Okay? Someday I might. Okay? But right now, no. But I do want to talk about something right quick, based on an experience that I just had down to the jailhouse. Child, down here in the city of Honolulu in the state of Hawaii. Now, let's talk about it right quick, okay? I want to talk about the police force down here, which needs to be defunded. And in fact, the police force everywhere needs to be defunded because they are here for no reason. Okay? Amongst all these wild animals, um, I don't want to call them wild animals because they're only wild animals for a. I ain't gonna get into that right now. We might wait. We might get into it later. Might not. Anyway, okay. Let's just talk about the police down here. Now, I gotta say, I'm gonna say it. I do not like the police. I do not mess with the police. I do not F with the police in any shape, way, form, or fashion. Baby, I gotta tell you, I'm from the hard knocks. I'm gonna say this lifetime, in this lifetime, right now, currently in a boy body. I am from the school of hard knocks. I'm from the streets, baby, all day. Okay, and I just don't mess with the police. Now, I gotta say it though, because I'm gonna draw a comparison between the police here on this island, and I got this island, okay, versus the police in the mainlands, okay, on the mainland. Specifically, I'm gonna focus on the LAPD, okay, versus the Honolulu Police Department, okay. Now, I gotta tell you, these police officers out here in Honolulu, trash. They ain't got nothing to do. They are too busy in their police cars, in their SUVs, whatever, listening to music, on their phones, playing games, and things like that, and harassing the homeless. I gotta tell you how many. I got about 10 or 15 citations for sleeping in the park or being in the park. Park closure is what they call it. These citations, park closures, and also just the other day, I was out and about pushing a shopping cart through the park, getting my cans and bottles to get my little cash or whatever. Since the girls, child, I ain't gonna get into that, okay? But that's what I was doing. And you know these two thirsty police officers, these two churn, because they ain't nothing but churn to me, had the nerve to see me and chase me down. Okay, now let's just clarify. They didn't chase me because I won't running, because I ain't scared of nothing or nobody. So they ran after me though. They, they tried their hardest to catch up with me. Okay, they caught up with me, but they got a good lashing and a cussing out once they caught up with me. Okay. So anyway, eventually they did find 2 warrants, but okay, the warrants that they found were for the park closure, sleeping on the beach, and pushing the car, having a shopping cart in the park. Petty, stupid laws that should not even exist. I don't know what congressman, a politician is up there making them laws on an ego trip or a power trip. Stupid, just stupid. Okay. So again, that's all they do is harass the homeless because they ain't got nothing else to do. And oh my God. So anyway, let's draw this comparison because I done already said I don't like the police, but I gotta tell you that I respect. At least I got respect for the police. They got something to do. Such is the case with the LAPD, and I'm saying this because I'm just coming out of 6 years living in Los Angeles, being new to I've been here 5 months in Honolulu. Okay, I was in LA for 6 years. Okay, ain't never been arrested. Ain't really ever been stopped by the police for nothing in Los Angeles, even while sleeping on the beach. Once I finally surrendered and became fully homeless. Okay, the LAPD ain't never stopped me. I ain't never been to jail in LA, nothing. I get here, get 10, 15 citations for being homeless and doing things that homeless folk do, like sleeping on the beach or having a shopping cart in the park. That's it. But you know what? I do compared to Honolulu, I respect the LAPD because they got something to do. At least they out there really fighting crimes. They out there fighting real crimes, and they not harassing the homeless. Okay, they out there on high speed chases. They out there getting these robberies and these home invasions and things of this nature. They really out there doing something. I can say the same thing about the Atlanta Police Department because I lived there too for a couple of years. Even the Raleigh Police Department, busy fighting real crimes. These police officers out here in Honolulu ain't got nothing to do, and they need to be defunded because they wasting these folks, these people, tax dollars. Okay. So anyway, let me tell you what just happened. Now this probably, I don't know how long. I mean, this ain't gonna be that long. I got to tell you what just happened. Again, I was pushing that cart, trying to get my cans and my little bottles up to get me a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? And the police, again, ran on after me because they ain't had nothing to do. I know they was like, oh, we got one. That's how excited they were to catch me. Okay? Doing something that should not even be worthy a citation. Now, I gotta tell you, since I had those warrants for already doing the same thing, like having a shopping cart in the park, and I had another warrant for for a park closure, being in the park, which is really a beach. There should not be a park. The city setting up a park over a beach, a natural resource that the Most High, that God, the Lord, put here for us. Something natural. There shouldn't be a park over it with laws. With these laws. Okay? By this corrupt system. But anyway, those warrants rendered me jailable. So they took me to jail, and I had to spend the night in jail for being homeless, which has changed because I'm not homeless anymore. But those warrants came up when I was. I ain't gonna say homeless. I'm just gonna say houseless because again, home is in the body. I'm at home inside of my body. Do you hear me? Okay. Either way, I went to jail and spent the night in jail. Let me tell you about these conditions up in these jails down here, and how it's almost like a third world country. When I got up in there, okay, I was mad. I had an attitude, and I know that they didn't like me. I had a real bad attitude, and I showed it. I expressed it to the fullest. I did, and so when I got into my cell, about an hour later, they came through with so-called lunch. I gotta tell you what this lunch was. This lunch was some noodles, some of them Nissan, however the F you pronounce that mess. The noodles in a cup, okay. That's about 320 calories, okay. They also had 2 pieces of toasted bread. Let me tell you that bread was wrapped up in some toilet tissue. Wow. So you mean to tell me that you just gave me a cup of noodles, a couple ramen noodles, or ramen, however you pronounce it, I don't know, a cup of noodles and 2 pieces of toast that was wrapped up inside of some toilet tissue. And it behooved me how the cell didn't even have no toilet tissue in it. So if I wanted a dookie, I didn't have no toilet tissue to dookie anyway. But you got some bread. You served me some food, 2 pieces of toast with that was wrapped up in toilet tissue. And needless to say, I didn't eat it. Okay, I did take a couple of spoonfuls of them noodles, but I left that at that. I ain't no telling how they made them noodles or what happened with them noodles. So I left that there, or what kind of water they used to make them noodles, because I gotta tell you about the water too that was up in there. Okay, shame on the city of Honolulu. Shame on these congressmen and these politicians out here in Honolulu for having these jails the way they have them set up. Okay, do you know that they had the nerve? They don't even have no milk with the cartons of milk. You know the little cartons of milk that you normally would get from a jail on the mainland. They don't have that, or the juices, or even the water in a cooler, something like that. You know, when I asked for something to drink, when I said I got something, they told me to drink the water out of the fountain where the toilet at. That you know, that metal toilet. They told me to drink out of that fountain with the pipes, the same pipes where you dookie in that toilet and that water come out, the sink on top of the toilet, to drink up out of that. Because they ain't have nothing. As expensive as it is out here in the city of Honolulu, it costs $10 for a loaf of bread, or even up to $12, $13 for a loaf of bread. This stuff out here is expensive. Okay. I can't tell you, that was a trigger, huge trigger. So anyway, let's fast forward to dinner. I gotta tell you what they served for dinner as well. You know, when they came back for dinner, they had the nerve to serve Vienna, however you listen, don't judge me. Only God can judge me. But they had the nerve to serve Vienna sausages and rice. Oh my God, I can't. It's the rice for me. It's just rice. It's riced out down here. There's a lot of rice they eat down here. But anyway, rice with 1 can. Now I can see if it was 2 cans now, but 1 can of Vienna sausages with like a scoop or 2 of rice. I gotta tell you as well that they did not even drain the juice out of the Vienna sausages, so that the juice was down in the bottom of the bowl, with soaked up into the rice. Who drinking that juice? I ain't never drunk that juice. When I did eat Viennas, and I do still occasionally. I always drain that damn juice up out of the can. I one can of hyenas and some rice. Point being, and jails is nasty. Prison nasty, and they should not even exist because if the people had the wherewithal to heal, if these women learn how to use their bodies and to flush them out or them damn cobwebs and orbs, and let's not get into that, okay? And knew how to help the men heal, these jails would not exist because there would be no need to. There would be no crimes committed. Okay? Now, they give you just enough food in jails. Now, this is systemic, the way they do this. Just like homelessness is systemic. Okay? They give you just enough food in jail to survive. Okay? So that you suffer through the pain while they up there, and I'm talking about these dark forces, these demonic forces, harvesting the energy of the suffering down here in these jails and these prisons, okay, of the people suffering. And they give you just enough food to survive through the pain. There's no way in the world you can tell me that somebody killed somebody and they got locked up. Somebody killed somebody, okay, that's worth getting locked up. But there would be no deaths or killing and things like that if the people were healed. It's because it's chaotic. It's chaos down here. And these humans, wild animals, because they don't heal. And they filled with all that dark matter and mess up in their bodies. Oh God. And so to have me in that cell when I ain't do nothing but be homeless with a killer. I wasn't in the cell with a killer, but what I'm saying is it's the same condition. So a killer has to drink that water up out of that faucet on top of that toilet where they dookie at. And I'm in the same condition. That don't equate. That's not fair. Okay. Ooh, that thing had me heated. I was waxing. I was waxed hot. Okay. What else? I think that's all I want to say on today. Honolulu. I gotta tell you, Honolulu, this place is for the birds. And there's a lot of cute birds down here. It's a lot of cute birds down here. Literally, but it's for the birds. Okay. Now, I'm here, and I'm not gonna complain about it really, because I'm adjusting to it. I might miss LA a little bit, okay, because there's more to do, and it's more lax, and they ain't got all these rules and this so-called aloha spirit down here trying to be perfect when these lands are really nearly cursed. I don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it, okay. And it's taking a while to get used to being down here with all this fakeness and but I am getting, at least I got a roof up over my head and can sleep in the bed finally. Anyway, okay, Honolulu, do better, okay. I'm gonna stop this here. Thank you. Bye-bye.